Hello, this video is not one of our regular episodes. It is not meant to be for entertainment purposes whatsoever. It's just a video that we put together with all of our evidence of our stabbing incident that we were involved in recently. We have done all that we can with the Mexican justice system, and now it's a matter of waiting. There's a process that has to take place that we've been following to get a court order so that the perpetrator can be detained. Unfortunately, that process is very slow. I believe the court order is about to come out, or maybe already has just recently. Meanwhile, we happen to know that Alexander, the perpetrator, has left town. We don't know where he is. So even if the court order comes out, then he is free, basically. So we're putting this video out there to give you the evidence. Also, give you a heads up because this guy is not safe to be around, especially when he's using meth. He needs to be detained. He needs to be away from society right now. If you see him, please let us know, or you can call the Mexican police right away, or if you happen to see him in the States, I don't know if he'll go there unless he's thinking that going back to the States and facing whatever legal issues he has there is better than facing Mexican jail. So either way, if you see him in the United States or Mexico, would be great if you let us know so we can let the authorities know, or you just let the authorities know directly. Just a week and a half ago, we were arriving in our sailboat into Bahia de Los Angeles, which was a big goal of ours for the last 5 years. And all of our friends and neighbors were there on the beach waiting for us and ready to celebrate. And Alex was there. We've never met him before. He was kind of joining the group, which is fine. At that time, we had no worries, no concerns, and we're always welcoming new people into the group. But you'll see in these haphazard videos that were taken while we're on the beach, he was present, and this is where we've taken screenshots of current photos. Unfortunately, he was wearing sunglasses in all of these shots. They're all terrible shots because they weren't really very well planned, except for this group shot. His full name is Alexander Mudannayake, and these are 3 screenshots we took off of those videos. We believe he has a family background from Sri Lanka. This next video is of him arriving at our party that was right in our front yard. And we didn't exactly invite him, but it didn't really matter. We were kind of like in the neighborhood and people know they can drop by. So he was arriving. It happens to be the best and only video we have of him front face, face on when he comes up to us. Notice that he changed his clothes, and while the first shirt said BF Goodrich Racing, this shirt says Chacales Racing, so we don't know if he's associated with any off-road Baja racing. There were actually 2 incidents that occurred this evening. The first incident was with Mark, and he will explain in this next video how that incident happened.
5 of us, right before dark. Alex comes walking over, all charged up, just interjected himself into our peaceful time chatting. He's a new friend or new person to all of us. He's only been living in our community for a few months. So as the sun is setting, we're sitting around, and there's an empty chair sitting next to me, and Alex uninvitedly walks over, sits down in the chair next to me, and starts striking up a conversation. And he was just cutting people off. He wanted to talk about whatever was on his mind. He just couldn't contain himself. It was obvious to me that something was going on. It just wasn't the Pacificos, the beer he was drinking. And as he would look at me, I couldn't help but notice his eyes, his pupils were just huge. And, I just couldn't help but think that there's something else going on here, and something is off. This just isn't normal behavior. Didn't take long. I mean, we're talking 10, 15 minutes. He was sitting down. He just would not be quiet. He would not shut up. He was leaning into me, started grabbing my shoulder, broken shoulder that I broke 2 months ago on a motorcycle accident I'm healing up from. Actually, is my collarbone. Just real hands-on, in your face, talking loudly, wouldn't let you get a word in. And he started getting very, very riled up, and he wanted to talk politics, and he wanted to force other people into having this conversation. And we're just there sitting, trying to enjoy our time. Friends just sailed in, newly friends that I met. And it was obvious that he was looking for a fight. It was obvious he had some deep-seated hatred towards, I guess, sad to say, Americans and or white people, and for some reason kept wanting to press the fact that the world would be better off if the United States of America didn't exist, and that was the problem, and that's why the world is so messed up. And I kept on saying, hey, you know what? I'm really not interested in having this conversation. You know, I don't know where you're going with this. Knock it off. I think it was at that moment when he realized, oh, you know, did I strike a nerve with this guy? So he leaned in and doubled down, and he started in my face, 1 foot away, saying, death to America, death to the West, death to the West. And I was like, hey, knock it off. No. And he saw that, you know, I didn't want to engage him. He kept pushing and pushing, kept repeating those words, till I finally stood up from my chair and said, hey, knock it off. I told you to stop. And that's when he jumped up and stood just about nose to nose with me. And then he pointed and he said, you want to take it over there? And I was like, what? And before I knew it, he just headbutted me. Oh, I didn't even see it coming. I wasn't even sure what happened. It was so hard. Right here, my upper lip, almost knocked my 2 front teeth out. Immediately, I put my hands up. Blood on my hands. You know, I knew I might need stitches, and I think we were all stunned. We were all in shock. We were all horrified that this guy, Alex, just headbutted me without any concern.
These are photos I took of Mark while I was helping him get cleaned up. So we do have some videos of the incident. They're hard to make out visually what we're seeing, but let's get to it. All right, the video you're about to see, it was filmed at dark time and you can't barely see anything. So I'm showing you in daytime the angle of the camera and from the point it was filmed so you can understand a little bit more what you're seeing. This is the house that Alex was renting. This is the driveway where he had his girlfriend's Jeep parked, and you see him backing the Jeep out in that driveway. Over here is where he was standing, which is still kind of like on his property, but it's on the corner. And he was standing there because that's where we were walking by on that road to go from our house, which is about where that palapa is, going straight out to the beach down that road. And so he stood on that corner as we were walking by, and that's where words were exchanged. And then he stayed there until we walked all the way down, almost at the beach. And then he chases us from that point. You see him running, or this is when you see him really yelling loudly, running from that corner all the way down to where we were by the beach. So you're not gonna be able to see very much, but we've transcribed everything that he has said in the video that's to follow, that was filmed at nighttime.
No, I don't.
Baby,
Wait.
with me. I'm not gonna get mine.
Julie, let's go.
Yeah, keep it.
No, it's not working.
You don't want
No.
you and your fucking boat. Just take it easy.
No, I'm fucking not that.
Just take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Dickhead.
Sure. Call me whatever the fuck you want.
Pack your shit. You're out of here.
Say what you want.
Hey, keep your boyfriend. Get him inside.
All right. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. There we go. Nice and easy. The fuck out of here. And that's it. Just don't start shit. Shine your fucking light all you want, you cracker motherfuckers. Yeah, go ahead. You don't want the fucking pointy end, do you? Yeah, cause guess what? I stop with it. I stop with it. Hey, we gotta run.
What the fuck
We're
are
gonna
you
keep on
doing?
each other. You stop.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck?
No, please, please, please.
Oh my
No, please, I'm
God.
sorry. I'm sorry. Stop, stop, stop.
Get away from me!
No, please.
Get away from me!
Sir, I'm sorry.
Get away from me!
Please.
Get the fuck away from me! Get the fuck away from me!
Baby. Where the piece of the Jeep?
I don't know.
Yeah, come with me. Get dressed. Get dressed, get dressed. Scarlett, please. Get dressed, get dressed. Get dressed, get dressed. Stop. Grab what you can. Unplug them.
There's this driveway, and this is the door that he went in and out of, and that they were packing the Jeep up with their stuff from. This is a little wall here, and then right over here is kind of still on his property, so to speak. And he was standing, again, right where that dog crap is, right about here. As we walked from our house, and we were sitting in that corner there, basically as far away as we can get from this house, but still be in our front yard, which is where our party was. So we were in this corner, kind of huddled up, just the five of us talking. Mark went home, but then he started to hear commotion as the four of us got up and walked toward the beach, down that road, towards that pink building. And then Mark heard the commotion, and from down there he started filming. This video is from a security camera. We have zoomed in on it into the location of where the stabbing took place. Right now you can see us walking by Alexander. Alexander's kind of being blocked by that tree there. We are exchanging words because emotions are high due to Mark's injury. Tim is standing between him and the group. And then eventually you can see from the flashlights that we start moving on and walking towards the beach. While he remains standing in that location, and you can see the light shining on him behind that tree there. But we keep walking.
Hour or two later, we're walking down to the beach to take a look at our
To
boat,
go
which
check.
is right here at the beach. So we're just walking down the beach to take a look at it.
Because the wind blew and it went past that house and we couldn't see it anymore, so we just wanted to go down and look at it, make sure it was there.
And calm down too, you
Yeah.
know. And so anyway, we're walking there, and to get there, we have to walk beside his house, and he comes out and just pushing for a fight, pushing really, really hard, trying to rile us up to get in a fight. And you know, it was working for a little bit, but I recognized it, and I said, no, he just wants to fight. And you know, and we could see in his eyes he was on something. So anyway, we're getting away from him. We just keep on walking, and the further we get away, it seemed like the more agitated he got, because we aren't responding to his request for a fight. And then we get down real close to the beach, and he just starts running full speed. So this is 11 o'clock at night, maybe
11.
something like that. He's running full speed, and I don't know that he has, you know, half of a scissors, you know, the poultry scissors people use for cooking. He had clicked those apart, and so he's got half of one of those. It's a very large blade now, and I don't know that. I just see him running at me, and I've got, you know, my two really good friends here and my wife with me, and so he's coming at full speed. So I stepped in front so, you know, he wouldn't get them, and you know, he and I kind of hit. He came in and just boom, it kind of hit, and we fell back onto the ground. And as we're falling and hitting the ground, you know, he's just stabbing me, stab. And you know, I didn't know it. Didn't know I was being stabbed, but I had a feeling. Because it was just a weird punch. So I put my hand on his hand to stop it, and grabbed a hold of it so he'd stop punching me. And then I pulled out of my leg, pulled the knife out of my leg, and you know, then I could feel it was a knife. So I started just telling everybody around me, you know, my wife and our good friends Jay and Julie, hey, there's a knife here, and there's a knife. He's got a knife, and I am fighting for this knife. Not letting it go, because I know if I let this go, he's going to stab me again, and if I go, he's going to stab everybody else. So I'm holding on to this knife for my life, and you know, this hand gets, you know, cut up real bad, but whatever, I'm holding on to that knife. Then he bites me. He bit me right here, you know, while I've got the knife. You know, he's trying to get the knife out of my hand, and we're fighting for it, and he bites me to try and make me let go of it, and I am, whatever. You bite me, I'm not letting go. You know, you've already stabbed me, I'm not letting go. So finally, my buddy here just kicks him in the head.
While he was bent over biting.
Yeah, while we're fighting for this knife, and he's trying to bite me, or he is biting me. And
of course, us girls were trying to hit him, but we weren't making any effect.
Well, and then nobody knew yet
About the knife.
that, you know, he was stabbing me.
Well, except Jay, and that's
Yeah,
why
Jay,
he kicked him.
Yeah, Jay finally heard that, you know, knife. Anyway, Jay kicked him in the head, and you know,
Got him to release here.
He released that, and he released his hand on the knife, and then he just got up and ran off.
This is the other half of the weapon that was used to stab Tim 3 times. These are poultry scissors, and he took the other half and brought those out with him, and he had them in his hand the whole time he was standing on the corner there talking to us, taunting us, and all that as we were walking down towards the beach. The weapon has been turned in to the local police. This is video from the security cameras again that is showing when he flees the scene, driving his girlfriend's black Jeep, and he drives out of camp and then races down the dirt road towards town, leaving Tim to bleed out on the ground. We actually saw the Jeep crashed on the side of the road when we were rushing down the road to take Tim to the clinic, all 5 of us in Mark's truck. We didn't stop because we were more worried about Tim than we were about them crashing their Jeep as they were running away from the scene of crime. But the next day we came back to check out the damage and see how he did the crash.
So look, he came flying around. It's dark. His headlights only go so far, you know? So he comes whipping around here. He comes up onto here. You can see.
Boom, boom.
Boom. All along here.
Differential suspension.
Right? You can see that. He comes over this. Yes. Over this. Hits this. He's still here, here, here. And then he hits this. And this is where he cracks his oil pan. Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Case. So you start to see right there.
Yeah.
You see that. Now you can look at the trail of oil.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see the oil.
Okay.
Comes across here. He's still up here. He's going.
What's all this? Wait, what's all, or is that
Look,
new?
You can see, oh, somebody threw this up. Oh, no, here. You can see this is broken off. That he hit a bunch of rocks, some boulders, rocks right here. You can see the oil right there. You can see remnants. So he's coming here. He's whack. And then that boulder was in the middle of the road.
Oh.
So somewhere around here, that big boulder
right here.
was sitting, possibly. Right.
And then he kind of rode that boulder a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wound up, that boulder wound up like right here in the middle of the road.
Okay.
They moved it out of the way. You can see all the damage. And then he comes down, obviously. This boulder was sitting right here.
Oh, gosh.
And they moved it, but you could see all the damage and
Yeah, the scrapes.
yeah, you see this, you see over here, here,
My
here.
God.
And
How did they move this?
He made it over this boulder, which was sitting right about here. That boulder was sitting like here, and he made it over that. That boulder was behind his rear bumper.
gosh.
And had made it over. And then right here, he's coming, he makes it over that. And then this, you can see where everything starts to really
Fall apart.
yeah, this is where the front end.
He made it way back there.
Yeah, this boulder finally stops him. He gets up
Holy
on that.
cow.
This is the one that stops him. It's sitting right here, and you can see everything leaking and pouring
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Maybe
The radiator.
Radiator right here.
Engine oil,
Yeah,
differential.
exactly. And then probably back
How-
here.
But
Yeah.
how is it that the airbags weren't?
Because
That's a good point.
those points, those shock points are on the front bumper or the rear bumper, and then could be they're an impact of the bumper. The bumper has to collapse a little bit.
Oh.
So luckily, all the differential and the front radiator, all that took the impact, and so it did. Airbags didn't go off.
Right, that makes sense.
That's wild.
Yeah, and this is where he came to arrest, right here. And imagine flying around from over there. You started wrecking all the way over there.
Way over there.
The speed you must have been traveling.
Oh, yeah.
That was more like a plane crash.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's lucky they didn't roll over and get ejected.
I know.
It's a miracle.
Meanwhile, while he's crashing his girlfriend's Jeep in the desert, we are dealing with the profuse bleeding out of Tim's wounds. Both Julie and I ended up taking off our shirts to try to stop the bleeding. and then trying to figure out our next steps. We were at the clinic till about 2:30, 2:45 in the morning. Tim received stitches on 3 stab wounds and in his hand because he took the knife away from Alex and hung on to it until Alex ran away. He also had a cut on his forehead, and he had a huge bite wound on his arm. On the morning of the 3rd day after the incident, the 5 of us jumped into a truck and we drove 5 hours to San Quintin to file our denuncia with the Fiscalia, which is the state prosecutors of Baja California. This is Alex's truck that was left behind, and this is the VIN number that goes with that truck. If you locate it, please notify us. If you Google Alex's name online, you will find that he has been in prison and served time before for some pretty serious crimes in the United States, in the state of New York. In April of 2022, he was sentenced on the conviction of criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree, which is a felony, to 3 years prison. And this was in Wyoming County in New York. Again, if you have any sightings of him, any information to share, we would really appreciate if you reach out to us at the email address provided on the screen right here. Thank you for watching. I know this is a long one, but we just think it's important to get all the right information out there so people will stop speculating all the details and all the facts.